Hi everyone, I'm C1 from Group Kids Goodbye, and this is our EC551 project final demo, and our project name is Digger Game. Our group members are Yan-Nai, Yinan, Xiangchao, and me. For the technical part, our game is an object-oriented design. There are multiple objects in this design, such as the digger, the bullet, the goblins, and the money bags. For software design, object-oriented design is easy to implement by using object-oriented languages. However, our project demands hardware design on FPGA, which has limited onboard resources. The biggest challenge we met is that multiple objects need to access the memory concurrently. Block memory on the FPGA is not allowed number of the reading and writing ports more than 2, so it is impossible for us simultaneously multiple reading and writing accesses. Thus, we have to use some hardware structure to orchestrate the memory access of the multiple objects. This graph shows the structure of our design. It's the game finite state machine structure. On the left side, there are blocks representing different objects. They are all connected to the arbiter. Each object has several action types. For example, the digger can move and shoot bullets. When they need to do some actions, they will send requests from the arbiter, and the arbiter will pick one request from all the requests of all the objects to game finite state machine. On the right side, the game finite state machine handles all the requests from the objects. Meanwhile, it will communicate with the VGA RAM. So this is the Verilog code of our game logic finite state machine. When the reset is asserted, the state will stay in the initial state until the reset session finishes. During the reset session, the game finite state machine will copy the map in the ROM into VGA RAM. After reset done signal is asserted, the state will go to handling request state. Now the game finite state machine will listen to all the request signal from other objects. When the score reaches 300, the game win signal will asserted, and the level number will go up by 1. If the digger is eaten by the goblin, the state will go to the game over state. This game is in the handling request state. There are several substates under this state. The first state is waiting request. When the game finite state machine is under this state, it will listen to all the request inputs from the objects. Whenever there is a request come, it will come reading request content. Since the request is always like move one object to another place, the hitting test is required to make sure whether this object will hit something. For example, if the bullet hits one goblin, it needs to remove the goblin and bullet. So after reading request content state, it will enter the waiting original position. In the bullet hit goblin case, the bullet will remove in this state. After that, the state machine will enter the waiting request position, which corresponds to the removing goblin in the case. So for the goblin AI part, we have talked several times on our latest representation. So basically, our moving decision is made based on the previous direction and the map data of 4 neighbor nodes. There are 4 preferences of our goblin. The first one is the previous direction available and reduce the distance. The second one is the turning available and the reduced distance. The third one is the previous direction available, and the last one is do the turning. So there are no return for our goblin, and there is no deadlock and no easy catch for our goblin. Now we are going to play our game directly to you and explain our basic functions. So this is our level 1 digger game, and we use a keyboard to control our digger. The digger is holding a money bag, and when the goblin comes, it moves and the money bag falls down and kills the goblin. You can see that the digger used a bullet to kill the goblin, and it collects the diamond. You can see that the money bag won't be crushed at the upper level of our map. It can only be crushed when it goes down. And it uses another money bag to kill the goblin, and it collects the crushed money bag to gain score. And this is our game over part. So this is the level 2 of our digger game. You can see that the map changes. And all the options are the same as before.